In the first Transformers, Shia LeBeouf is Sam Witwicky, a normal teenage boy whose dad's taken him out to buy his first car. He picks out this old yellow Camaro that is more than meets the eye. Now that Sam has a car, he's able to give a ride home to the hot girl from school, Michaela, played by Megan Fox, whose role in this film caused a generation of boys to hit puberty. But meanwhile, the Earth is being invaded by transforming vehicles that are alien robots in disguise. It turns out Sam's great-grandfather was an explorer, Archibald Witwicky, who went to the North Pole and found one of these Transformers that crashed here years ago, get blasted his glasses with important information, and now that Sam put them up on eBay, the Decepticons are coming after him. But luckily his new car's a Transformer 2 here to protect him. His name is Bumblebee, and his voice thing's broken so he can't talk, but he communicates in a fun way using clips from the radio. Now Bumblebee calls in his good Transformer friends, the Autobots. Their leader transforms into the semi-truck with a blue and red flames paint job. It is Optimus Prime. He explains they're from the planet Cybertron, where there was a big civil war between the good Autobots and the evil Decepticons led by Megatron. They go back to Sam's house to get the glasses before the Decepticons, but now they're interrupted by the government. It's the super secret Sector 7 who monitors alien life here, led by the funny guy Agent Simmons. They have Megatron's frozen body as well as the Allspark that could instill life into machines, make new Transformers. But oh no, they led the Decepticons right to it. They wake up Megatron, who's in a real bad mood, and oh, it's a big chase, oh yeah! Meanwhile, half the movie followed military guy and his squad fighting Decepticons in the desert. Another half of the movie followed a CIA analyst who's inexplicably an Australian model. She got help from her nerd friend who was playing Dance Dance Revolution at his grandma's house. There's a lot going on in these movies, but it all comes together for the final battle. Transformers transforming, explosions everywhere, Michael Bay going nuts. But they gotta keep the Allspark away from Megatron because he wants to use it to turn the Earth into new Cybertron. So while the Transformers are having their big robot fight, Sam Witwicky's running around with the plot thing. Optimus and Megatron have their final fight, but it looks like Megatron's gonna win. So Optimus wants to put the Allspark in his chest, which will kill him but destroy the cube. But Sam's like, what if I shove the cube into Megatron's chest instead? And that works, destroys the cube, kills Megatron. Yeah, good thinking, kid. So the Earth is saved. Sam and Michaela have a sunset makeout, then Optimus Prime gives an inspiring speech, and it is the iconic Linkin Park credit song. Number 2 is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Sam Witwicky's going off to college, but in his pocket he finds a little piece of the Allspark that blasts his mind with alien info. The Decepticons steal another piece of the Allspark, and putting the Allspark in Megatron's chest killed him, but putting it in again brings him back to life. Michaela comes to visit Sam to find him in a compromising position, but it's even worse than it looks cause it's a Transformer. So Megatron grabs him to get the info in his head, but his car Bumblebee busts in to save him. Optimus Prime comes too, but oh no, it was a trap. They've outnumbered him, and now Megatron kills Optimus Prime. Turns out Megatron has a boss, another Prime called the Fallen. And now with Optimus out of the way, he's able to come down to Earth and get his revenge. So it is the Revenge of the Fallen. Now the government is anti-Transformer, so Sam gets help from Agent Simmons, who was fired from Sector 7 and is now working in a deli, but he still is the Transformers expert, has info that they've been here longer than we thought. They break into the Air and Space Museum to find this old Transformer who somehow teleports them to Egypt because all 9 primes were here in ancient times to hide the special plot thing that don't know disintegrates. Then a bunch of construction Decepticons all merge together into one giant sucky monster because turns out the pyramids built by Transformers. Now military guy rolls up with the cavalry and it's a big final fight in Egypt. Explosions everywhere, CGI transforming. Sam's parents are here for some reason. While the Transformers have their big robot battle, Shia LaBeouf's running around with the plot thing. He has a vision where the ancient primes deem him worthy, so it undissolves the thing and he shoves it into Optimus's chest, and Optimus Prime is back to life. But the Fallen busts in and grabs it before anyone can react, and he's gonna turn on the pyramid thing that would turn the Earth into new Cybertron. But now Optimus merges with old plain guy and gets wings, flies up there, blows it up, kills the Fallen, the day is saved. Megatron retreats to fight another day, Sam and Michaela have a sunset makeout, then Optimus Prime gives an inspiring speech, and the credits hit us with that other Linkin Park song. Number 3 is Transformers Dark of the Moon. Sam Witwicky is happily dating, not Megan Fox. Yes, after everything Sam and Michaela went through, they write her off with one line, and Sam moved on immediately. Sam starts working for John Malkovich, but his coworker Ken Jeong accosts him in the bathroom with Transformers conspiracy theories. The Decepticons are assassinating people for some big cover-up. Sam tries to warn the government, but they're like, get out of here, kid, we got this covered. The Autobots have been working with the government, they got their own super secret team, but now they discover a link to another historical event, the moon landing? Yeah, Transformers. And in that crash ship is Optimus's old boss. They bring him back to life, it's Sentinel Prime. But Sam calls up his old friend Agent Simmons, and together they discover the Decepticon secret. Sentinel Prime switched sides. Oh, he's a Decepticon now. He uses the teleporty things to open a portal on the moon where the secret Decepticon army was waiting, and it's a full-on invasion. The Earth can't stop it. The Decepticons say they'll leave Earth alone if the humans exile the Autobots, so Optimus Prime says goodbye, and oh no, the Autobots are immediately blown up. And of course, the Decepticons lied. Now without the Autobots to stand in their way, they're gonna teleport Cybertron here and use Earth to rebuild it. But now what's this? The Autobots are still alive. Yeah, they saw that coming and faked their deaths, so it's the final battle in Chicago, and it's a full hour of insane CGI action, explosions everywhere. I have no idea what's happening. Military guy shows up with the cavalry, they jump out the plane, wingsuits, wow! And while the Transformers have their big robot fight, Shia LaBeouf's running around with the plot thing, and he's gotten really good at writing. Sam's girlfriend's boss is the bad guy working with the Decepticons, so Sam tracks him down, breaks the thing, and shuts it off. Cybertron destroyed. Optimus and Sentinel have their final Prime fight, and it looks like Sentinel's gonna win, but Megatron doesn't like that Sentinel would be his boss, so he busts in to take him out. So it's the final battle, Megatron versus Optimus, and Optimus just fully kills him this time. So the world is saved. Sam and this new girl have a sunset makeout, and Optimus Prime gives an epic speech as they blast us with that other Linkin Park song. Number 4 is Transformers: Age of Extinction. Shia LaBeouf left the movies too. Our new main human is Mark Wahlberg. His name is Cade Yeager, and he's an inventor, which his daughter points out is not a real job. But one day he's fixing up this old truck, and wouldn't you know it, it's Optimus Prime. After Chicago, the government is very anti-Transformer. There's a new secret task force led by Kelsey Grammer, who's hunting down all Transformers, Decepticons, and Autobots. So pretty soon they track Optimus down. Cade Yeager's house explodes. They get a ride out of there from his daughter's secret boyfriend, who, even though they're in Texas, is inexplicably Irish. Cade's funny best friend is TJ Miller, and on the way out, he's exploded. So Optimus erupts with our new cast of Autobots, a samurai, a British gangster, and a guy still fighting in Vietnam. Elsewhere, Stanley Tucci is a tech CEO who's found the Transformium that Transformers are made of and has learned how to control it. He's building new man-made Transformers, but they're using Megatron's old brain, so he's accidentally created new Megatron. Now Bounty Hunter robot shows up with a cannon for a face, blows up Optimus. He's bringing him back to Cybertron because the creators want him. But Cade Yeager and friends rescue Optimus. On their way out, they destroy Chicago again, but now they have a bigger problem, because the deal that guy made with Kelsey Grammer was to give him a seed to get lots of Transformium. Unfortunately, using it would destroy the planet, and in fact, it's happened once before. The meteor that killed the dinosaurs turns out Transformers. Megatron, of course, wants this to happen to turn Earth into new Cybertron. He wakes up all these man-made Transformers and turns them into his new Decepticon army. But Optimus gets some reinforcements too from the really old Transformers that turn into dinosaurs. So it's the epic final battle. Transformers transforming, explosions everywhere. I have no idea what's happening. The American military doesn't show up because this takes place in Hong Kong. While the Transformers have their big robot fight, it's up to our humans to run around with the plot thing. Megatron retreats to fight another day. Kelsey Grammer does not though, he gets exploded. But now Cannon Face finally realizes Optimus escaped, but with help from Bumblebee and Mark Wahlberg, in the end Optimus takes this guy out. So once again, the Earth is saved. Cade's daughter and boyfriend have a sunset makeout, and Optimus Prime blasts into space. He's got to go back to Cybertron to find out who this mysterious creator is. And as he gives an epic speech, the credits hit us with not Linkin Park, but Imagine Dragons, which I guess is kind of close. Number 5 is Transformers: The Last Night. The government, again, is very anti-Transformer, so Cade Yeager's a fugitive living in the junkyard with his Autobot friends. His daughter and her boyfriend are not in this movie. His new sidekicks are Funny Science Guy and Spunky Orphan Kid. So the government's hunting all Transformers down, but Cade Yeager's trying to save him. He finds this one who crashed here and gives him a mysterious medallion. But now Megatron busts in, he wants that medallion, so they have a big fight. But it's interrupted by a random butler Transformer who flies Cade Yeager over to England to meet with Anthony Hopkins. He's the last living member of the Witwickens, the secret society that knows about Transformers. Yeah, as we've seen, basically every big moment in human history has been Transformers, including mythology like King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table. Yeah, Transformers. The hot girl in this movie is Vivian Wembley, professor of King Arthur stuff. Anthony Hopkins kidnaps her too because she's the last living descendant of Merlin and the only one who can use his magic Transformer staff. Long story short, they steal a submarine, go to the bottom of the ocean to find Merlin's tomb and get his staff. But who's this busting in? It's Optimus Prime, acting like a villain here to take that staff. Yeah, he flew to Cybertron to find his creator, who turns out is this witch robot Quintessa that instantly possessed him. So it's up to Bumblebee to fight his friend Optimus, and he eventually unbrainwashes him when he speaks with his real voice. They don't even explain how he can talk now, which is especially weird because they had a whole scene earlier where they tried to fix his voice and decided they couldn't. So Optimus is unbrainwashed, but the Knights of the Round Table bots are still attacking him because he stole the staff. So Mark Wahlberg's got to use his new medallion to, summon Excalibur. And just then, Megatron busts in and steals the staff before anyone can react. He gives it to Quintessa, whose evil master plan is the same as it's always been. She brings Cybertron here and is gonna suck up Earth's energy to rebuild it. Agent Simmons comes back to explain why Earth. Turns out Earth and Cybertron are connected. In fact, Earth's real name is Unicron. So they go to Stonehenge, which was also built by Transformers. Transformers, and Anthony Hopkins tries to 1v1 Megatron, which doesn't work, he blows up. So it's the final battle on the pieces of Cybertron, explosions everywhere, CGI robots, I have no idea what's going on. Military guy rolls up with the cavalry, we keep cutting to Tony Hale, who's a scientist, then Kate and Vivian have a sunset makeout, while the Transformers are doing their big robot battle and the humans are running around to do the plot thing. Megatron retreats to fight another day, but Bumblebee blasts Quintessa, so Vivian gets the staff, and the world is saved once again, except for like all the places that got totally destroyed. And also, there's these giant metal horns that appeared and were never explained, and a mysterious woman is gonna do something with them. Whoa, it's Quintessa in disguise. And as Optimus Prime gives an epic speech, it's really disappointing, not even close to Linkin Park. And that brings us to Bumblebee. It's the spin-off prequel about how Bumblebee came to Earth in the 1980s. And it is a totally different type of movie, less big action blockbuster, more Disney Channel original. So Bumblebee was fighting in the war on Cybertron when Optimus was like, yo, you need to escape to Earth to get a foothold there. So Bumblebee first comes to Earth in the 1980s, which contradicts what we learned in the last night about how he fought in World War II. But soon a Decepticon catches up with him, interrogates him for information, but Bumblebee's not talking. And so as punishment, this is where it happens. He destroys Bumblebee's voice. Bumblebee does beat this guy, but he's badly damaged, so he finds a nice yellow bug and shuts down. Our human in this movie is Hailee Steinfeld as Charlie Watson, whose character trait is she really wants a car. At the junkyard, she finds this old yellow beetle, takes it home to fix it up, and oh, whoa, my car's an alien. She and Bumblebee become fast friends. In fact, she's the one who names him Bumblebee, and she's the one that helps him figure out that he can talk using the radio. So they're cruising around, getting up to shenanigans, but John Cena's the Sector 7 agent here to hunt him down. And also a couple more Decepticons are here to destroy the world. So in the end, Bumblebee's having a robot fight while Charlie's running around doing the plot thing. But what's this? Bumblebee's gonna drown. Luckily, her backstory is that she was like a really good diver until her dad died. Now she doesn't dive anymore. But now she overcomes her fear and dives in there to save his life. Although, of course, he's a robot that doesn't breathe air, and I mean, in the last movie, he rode a submarine to the bottom of the ocean. Anyway, John Cena accepts that Bumblebee's a good guy now, but the government's still gonna hunt him, so they have to say goodbye. He finds a cool old Camaro to be his new disguise, to eventually be found by Sam Witwicky. So there you have it, the complete Transformers recap before Rise of the Beasts. If you liked this recap, hit that subscribe button for more of the best recaps of TV and movies.